Hi guys, Ben from Flow Brackets. Today we've got a bit of a special video. We're here in Adelaide with our customers, GT63 AMG Coupe, the all new one. And as everyone knows, what we specialize in doing is deleting or removing or replacing the oversized OEM plinth with our miniature versions. So the problem that we're having is that this oversized OEM plinth that comes from factory dwarfs the number plate, and our solution will shrink it down to something very small, matched with a number plate bracket will give you a nice floating look. First, let's start by removing the number plate so that we can get access to all the screws behind it to remove the OEM plinth that's completely oversized. So the number plate's just held on by 4 screws. And that gives us access to the screws holding the plinth. So removing the plinth is pretty easy. We've only got 3 screws holding it on. One on the left, one on the right, and one in the center. You also have to remove the centerpiece. You just have to pry open the 2 legs and slide it out and it comes off. All right, so now that we've got the oversized OEM plinth off, let me explain a little bit about our miniature design that Hung's designed specifically for this car. So we've got the 3D scan and we modeled it, and this is how it came out. So we've got this centerpiece that aligned with this center fin here, and this cavity and this bottom section here that will mate perfectly with this part here. Now, there are 2 ways to install this. There's a double-sided tape method only, where you use a bit of primer, peel the double-sided tape, and friction fit it in. Or 2, you can use double-sided tape and 2 screws if you wish. Now, for the plate that this customer is running, you probably can just rely on double-sided tape because his plate is quite light. But if you're deciding to run signature plates or heritage plates that are slightly heavier, we do recommend that you put in those 2 screws. So before we stick on, the first thing you're going to need to do, which is provided in the kit, is grab this alcohol wipe and clean both surfaces, top and bottom, so that our primer and double-sided tape adheres to it really well. Now grab the 3M primer. It looks like this without the sheath on. What you'll do is you'll pinch it, you'll break the seal, and then the liquid can come out. So it looks something like this. And just prime the areas that the double-sided tape is going to stick to. So the next part will be to peel off the red liner of the double-sided tape and then stick it on. Now, you only do have 1 shot to get this right because the double-sided tape is really strong and really sticky. So once you're about to do it, you have to commit and push real hard, but it only goes on 1 way, so you'll be okay. All right, so now we've got our miniature plinth on. This is only done with double-sided tape, but if you do have a heavier plate like Heritage or Signature, we always do recommend that you pilot drill these 2 holes first and then send in the screws that are supplied. So a bit about this plinth. Just remember that this is a 2-part mounting solution. So we don't sell the miniature plinth on its own. You have to buy it with a matching number plate bracket to be able to check out. And when I say matching number plate bracket, all you need to do is match up your bracket with the number plate that you have. So in this case, we've got slimlines, so we're using a SL2 bracket. So all you need to do is bolt your matching number plate onto any of the brass fittings to the desired location you want. You can go either higher or lower. The markings on the bracket will actually help you align it perfectly center. The last step will be to get your number plate onto the bracket, but before I do that, make sure that you guys check out all of our options that we offer that's part of our ecosystem. This customer has optioned literally everything that we do have to offer. The blanking screws that go into these holes so that water doesn't come through the backside of the number plate and into the cover. Kingpin covers as well as security screws. So now that we've done the front, we're going to address the rear. Now, for a lot of people, this looks pretty good, but let me tell you a few things of why I don't like it. First of all, there's a plastic backing plate or bracket, some people might refer to it as, which is what we don't like, and that's how the company really started. So thieves love this plastic bracket only because you don't even need a screwdriver to take it off. You can literally come up to this car and rip it off in 2 seconds and you'll be gone. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing that today on this $400,000 car, but I will show you how it can be easily removed. All right. So what we're going to do is start by removing all the screws that are holding it on so that we can get to the screws of the plastic backing plate. As you can see, these brackets are made out of flimsy plastic. So if you flex them enough, you can just actually pull it off. In some cases, they'll break. In some cases, they'll just slip off. Our brackets are made out of aluminium, so you'll never ever have this problem. Now, the first part of the puzzle is our Mercedes rear adapter. So you're going to find on every Mercedes since the 1970s, they have this 4-hole bolt pattern that doesn't really align with any number plate in the world. So the first thing you're going to need is our Mercedes rear adapter. This will bolt to the 4 holes, and then from there, they have these threaded holes that you can bolt any one of our number plate brackets to, so it becomes a modular mounting system. So now that you've got your modular X looking adapter bracket on, you can grab your number plate bracket that matches the style and size of your number plate. Each of our brackets will have these indentations or line markings on it to help you align to those 4 holes. So today we're putting on this SL2 bracket, which will fit slim lines in most states, except for New South Wales. So the last step is to get your number plates onto the number plate bracket. But before you do that, please make sure that you check out our range of options and accessories that fit within our ecosystem. This customer has option for literally everything. So the blanking screws that go into the spare holes, as well as kingpin covers and security screws. And that's the cleanest way you're going to get floating number plates on the back of a GT63 by not using this flimsy, breakable plastic bracket that is actually bigger than the number plate itself. So if you need a premium number plate solution, reach out to us. Whether you're interstate or in Melbourne, we can definitely help.